This is my 1971 Dodge Charger. If you remember back, we picked this up about 2 years ago. Had a big block Mopar 440 in it. It sounded awesome. The problem was, it was all bark and no bite. We put this thing on the dyno, it made 361 horsepower. .356 horsepower to the tires on a non-lockup torque converter. All right, for starters, the very first thing is I had to figure out how to fit a Cummins into this car. I had to set the engine back, which means I had to rip out the firewall.
Well, if the boot fits...
Say that again.
If the boot fits.
And I started with a little cut, and then a bigger cut, and a bigger cut. Next thing you know, I'm like, I got to patch the firewall anyway. I just cut the whole dang thing out. I think there's enough room for a Cummins. Now I chose a 750 cage, which is SFI spec 25.5, simply because it already had a mild steel cage in it. So we added a whole jungle gym of bars to this car. I mean, a lot of bars. Hopefully we're not too heavy. I wanted a front end that would handle the weight of the Cummins, that had good brakes, that had all that stuff. So we swapped the Crown Vic front end under there. It's got an aluminum cross member, modern brakes, modern steering geometry. It's got rack and pinion steering, coilovers. This front end is fantastic. So we got the front end ripped out of the Crown Vic. It was a lot of fun, just, taking the bullets off. Meyer's helping me, and he's just like, well, do we have to save this or save this? I'm like, no, I do not care about this car. All I care about is the front end. And he's like, well, what about the brake lines? He's trying to undo it. I'm like, no, cut the brake lines. Like, we do not care. We just want the front end. So we got the front end pulled out. We got the factory suspension pulled off this thing and rolled it under, and it actually fit really well. All right, guys, so on this roll cage, if it's painted silver, it's original. If it's raw steel, it's new. As you can see, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 8 original bars in here, and there's probably 40 or 50 new bars. If you're gonna make a roll cage, you need a tubing bender, and make sure you buy a chassis certification book so that you can put the right size bar. The worst thing you could do would be to just kind of, go close and then it won't certify.
Hey guys, we look at our YouTube analytics, and most people who watch our videos are not subscribers to our channel. By far the most people. If you guys wouldn't mind, hit that like, the thumbs up, leave a comment, and give us a sub here. We want to do more content like this, more fun content. We need some subscribers to make this channel grow, so if you don't mind, give us a subscribe. And we're going to do some more cool stuff like this.
Todd and I were thinking about maybe doing like Hot Rod Drag Week or something at some point in this car if it ends up being fast and reliable. And so I've been trying to get a spot for this behemoth of a man to sit over here on the passenger side. So we got the little extra foot space here. I hope it's enough. But
passenger side, I want to drive this
But
thing.
you want to drive it, right?
Yeah, dude. If this thing is fast, it's your car. I'm not taking your car, but I'd love to drive this thing. Goodness gracious. All right.
Is this why you race trucks?
Yes, that's why I race trucks. Hey, get your shoulders in here. Oh my gosh. It's like a workout. Just get my butt in here.
Do you think you could get out if there was a fire before you burn?
I'm scared to death. Oh, I hit my head on the halo. Oh my
Wait, with no helmet, you're hitting the halo?
Oh, yeah, bam, 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 bam. This would be a dead bad street. I could kill myself if I hit a bump. Ching, ching. All right, guys. What do you... Wow. Just bump my head. Hey, this is great, dude. Tons of room.
So on the passenger side, you could fit if you sit on the floor, or
Yeah.
or not much room over there.
Well, if you don't have that bar, so the seat would be lower. That'd be nice. Yeah, it'll be fun to do this. So, I mean, if it runs, I'll get in, man. I'll figure out a way. Getting out's gonna be hard if you wreck, though. You're gonna be a bad deal.
So to make this fit Todd, we just got to redo the whole cage.
Just redo the whole thing.
Move it forward, move it back. So 2 weeks worth of work. I mean, it'd probably take me half a week just to get it back to where it started, cutting it all out.
Yeah, don't do that. Build this. This is one thing I know for sure. Race cars are single-use machines for the person they're designed around. You design everything to fit you and your hand placement, and so you're comfortable. You can do it eyes
All I have to
closed.
do to drive your truck is add about a 8-inch seat cushion for height.
Yep.
And then
Scoot it
we
forward.
gotta extend the steering wheel about a foot back.
That's right.
And the pedals.
Yeah.
Or
you're
we
good.
got to make the seat move forward. That's all I need.
Not a big deal. That can be accomplished. But this is like a real race car. This thing is gonna be cool. Not pro mod level, but definitely race car for sure. Oh my gosh. Easy now. Easy now.
Well, it's just a mock-up engine. Doesn't weigh anything.
No.
Once you pull the transmission over, help guide me.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay, I'm in.
This cross member I made bolts vertically from underneath like this. So you just suck up onto one stud. Keep holding it.
There you go.
There you go. Yep, go ahead. That is how you put a Cummins in a Charger.
That's right. Nice.
Just 3 bolts.
So on a pickup truck, your front axle's in line where with the motor?
So on pickup truck, it's right here.
Right here.
Between right at 3 and 4, right in this range
So this
here.
is your front axle normally. You're like between 1 and 2.
So, but then hood stack, fender stack, compounds, whatever you want.
Yeah.
All the room. What's crazy is I'm all excited now, and now there's like a year's worth of wiring and plumbing and turbo fab and stuff. But
Dude, it's a 12
maybe we
valve.
can
You
expedite
don't need
it.
any wiring.
You need three wires to make it
Keep
run.
it simple, man. Just put a motor in that's
So,
simple to
so what
start
do you
with.
think about radiator fan? I was thinking you don't want that stuff up front. What about transcooler? I'll put the transcooler so no transmission plumbing comes forward. But I was like, a radiator, you've got water in the engine. You either run really heavy long lines back there to get out of the way, or
I would
but the
put up
nose of this car.
front.
In fact, have you seen how far out it comes?
No.
Big old tub here.
So how's it go on?
Well, I've cut most of the support away, so you got to just kind of
Oh my gosh.
line up. Do you get an idea of how set back the engine is?
Heck yeah.
I mean, if I wanted to be cool, we could put a big turbo up front
You
there.
could put the radiator like flat. You know what I mean? Put a little scoop that comes up, like draws it up. That'll be like wind flowing.
Like a, but I mean, you see that, and it's like it kind of shows you how set back it is.
Oh yeah.
Like when I told you guys that I didn't need to cut the firewall to fit the engine, I meant it. Look,
Yeah, there's plenty
we
of
could
room.
almost fit another Cummins in front of this one. I mean, it's close.
So long.
Well, guys, that'll wrap up this video. What else do they need to do? Are we still picking names on this thing? Did we decide? I didn't like the mechanical Mopar name. It needs a new name.
Still needs a name. Throw out. This is a.
Throw out suggestions on what we should name this project. Keep in mind, this is a 71 Charger. It's not a 68. It's like a special year. This is 71. But they do have the Superbird model. So you could call it the Super C, the Super Cummins, but it's not a Superbird. It doesn't have the
Super
no
C is
stuff.
like an RV name.
Yeah.
It's like you drag race an RV here, a Super C RV.
If you have a good name, just post it in the comments below. Like this thing needs a name. It's starting to take shape. It's starting to, you know, starting to feel like a car more.
So I think it's really starting moving. Cool. All right, guys, that's the Charger. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed this update. I enjoyed it. See you next time.
It's fun to work on.